Is this happening to your Hydra team? Are all of your champions completely dead and demolished and destroyed, and all of your Hydra teams are not working? Well, it was a certain patch that was fixed today, and I actually glossed over it because it was at the bottom of some patch notes, and I was like, okay, yeah, most of this stuff is just kind of random stuff here, so I'm kind of glossing over it in today's wrap-up video. But we have got some insane drama happening in the Raid Shadow Legends community, and it is completely blowing up everybody's Hydra teams and causing quite the ruckus that I want to cover for you to keep you in the loop as to what is happening. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so earlier today we got some patch notes here for update 7.0, and the big part of this was obviously the live arena beta test that I wasn't really able to do. I tried to do it, it disconnected, it was buggy, so I haven't really gotten to dive into the live arena as much as I would like to as of right now. But I was kind of scrolling through this talking about like, okay, we know most of this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then they've got some other important bug fixes. Okay, cool, RAM usage. We just got some random stuff down here. No big deal. Well, it turns out I apologize for that, and this was a massive mistake because we have got a huge thing in these patch notes, and it's right here at number 4. Fixed a bug that caused the Hydra's almighty decay skill to not destroy enemies max HP up to 75%. So, what does this mean? Well, this is referring to one of the heads in the Hydra boss. Now, the head of decay has got this ability right here, the passive. Whenever an enemy champion is healed, destroys their max HP by 15% of the value of the heal, up to 75% of their max HP. So what Plarium is saying happened here is this was a bug and it was not functioning properly the way that we all kind of thought it was supposed to be functioning, and the way it ended up getting kind of coded in the game was that it would destroy 25% of the max HP, leaving 75% of max HP. But what Plarium did today was they corrected it, and they said that was wrong. It's supposed to leave 25% of your HP and destroy up to 75% of it. So that means a lot of these meta champions that crank out a lot of heals, or any of these champions that saw a value surge recently because of Leech, like Tila Gormain was probably the most famous one that got a buff recently about 3 or 4 months ago, and we started to see her get some usage and start slotting into people's Hydra teams. Well, now Leech is completely devastating because Leech counts as a heal on this, and not only a heal but a big heal, because when you hit hard and you now leech some heal, well, you're going to be destroying yourself massively. And what we're seeing is very well-oiled machines, very high-performing Hydra teams are getting completely demolished and like just failing to run in like 2 or 3 minutes when they used to be able to do easy, brutal, and nightmare. So this is a catastrophic change that's been happening to the community, and this is going to make a lot of champions that are all of a sudden very irrelevant when they used to have a very good role in the game. And this is super important because Hydra is kind of one of those things that every player aspires to get to, and it's kind of a niche part of the game where you can have a champion like Tila, where you're like, okay, maybe I'm not going to use her in the arena, and I'm not going to really use her to clear the Fire Knight or the Spider or anything, but you know what? She's solid in my Hydra squad, and she makes one of my Hydra teams better, so that really gives her a role in the game, and instead of pulling Tila and being super upset about it, you'd be like, okay, well, at least I have more options in the Hydra now. But then something like this change happens, and it just made a lot of champions that a lot of people were excited for completely irrelevant. Now, there's 2 ways to go about this, and 2 schools of thought, if you will, on what is going to happen next and what is the reason or motivation behind this. And number 1 would be that this was unintentional. This was a little bit of oversight, and this will get corrected at some point here soon, probably within the next couple days. They'll be able to jump in, either revert it as an emergency to go back and being like, whoa, 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 we didn't mean to do that. It was kind of, it got lost in the shuffle, and things got changed way too radically. So we're going to revert this and kind of go a different way about adjusting that Hydra head to make it function properly. Sorry for the mistake. Here's some compensation. Here's a little bit of energy and 75k silver. So that's one way to think about it, and it could be one possibility. You have to let me know down in the comment sections what you think, but this is the second way to think about it. It's fully intentional, and they wanted to do something that would radically alter the state of the game in Hydra, forcing everybody to go back to the drawing board and start recalibrating these Hydra teams. And what else does it do? It makes new champions like Marichka, where you see fully restore any allies' decreased max HP and then heal all allies. So what we can do is we can usher in a new wave of super meta champions that are going to be insanely sought after, so that people can get into the end game of the Hydra by being incentivized to pull in future guaranteed events and 10x events that we have, like the one starting tomorrow. So that is the two schools of thought on what could be going on here. I'll let me know down in the comment section which one you think. I'm hoping it's number one. I'm hoping that we get some sort of clarification from Plarium. It'll usually happen about 12 hours from now. It's like 6 or 7 p.m. USA Central Time for me right now, and usually super early for me, like 5 or 6 a.m. We're usually starting to hear some stuff from Plarium behind the scenes in the content creator program and stuff like that. Hopefully, Plarium is talking this over, mulling it over, and they start to kind of see, I want to be a part of creating that narrative. I want to be a part of providing feedback to them that I think this is going to be a catastrophic change. I don't think it's fair. People have spent real money on shards and participating in some of these events. I don't think it's fair for them to build 18 different champions, 3 different insanely expensive teams to get to, with all of the glyphs and all of the silver to get the gear and all of the shards to get the champions and all of the weeks and months of testing and min-maxing, to then have all these teams get completely destroyed because of a random patch note at the bottom of the 7.00 notes. I don't think that's right, and I want to be a part of forwarding that message, and I will definitely do everything I can to do my part in letting them know how to go about it and how to at least try to alleviate this and fix it. So I hope it's not number 2, where this is fully intentional and they're just trying to, it is what it is. You can't bring any healing, you can't bring any leech. All those champions are going to be completely irrelevant in the Hydra, and now your only course of action is to bring restore enemy max HP champions in this new wave of champions that will be used in the Hydra. I don't think that's a good way to go about it. I would almost rather them just kind of adjust the head in some other way, where it's not just completely devastating. Even if you want to make those champions optimal in a certain way, I think you can do that without the current way that the head of decay has been programmed to function. So only time will tell, and tomorrow morning's daily raid wrap-up video is going to be an interesting one. I will definitely be pounding the pavement and trying to figure out what's going on, and I'll do my best to keep you in the loop here on the channel. So if it is happening to your Hydra teams, if you notice that your runs are getting completely demolished, which, by the way, it is a little bit unfortunate, because like tonight's the night that I usually do my keys. I usually sit down, it's like, okay, Hydra resets in like a day and a half, and I might as well start doing my 3 keys, my 3 fights for the week here. Well, now a lot of us are just completely screwed out of this reset, and I don't know if they're going to get it adjusted by tomorrow. I mean, we have seen them adjust things insanely fast, but it's usually when it benefits the player. usually when it's something that screws over the player, it takes a little bit longer. Like we saw when you could clear the Sand Devil's Necropolis super easily with Nodgar, got fixed right away. When we were able to nuke down the spider in like 2 seconds with a level 1 seer, boom, fixed right away. So let's see if this gets fixed right away. When I did a video talking about how to quickly check how much money you've spent in game, boom, fixed within a couple hours. So let's see what happens. I mean, look at my Cupidus down there. Look at that destroyed HP. It's a sad sight. But yeah, let's see if this is fixed by the morning. Let's see if it gets fixed tomorrow in time for this reset and all of that. And let me know what you think down below in the comment section as well. I always enjoy hearing your thoughts on anything like this. So remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoy daily Raid Shadow Legends content. I will see you soon in the next video. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Peace.